What are you waiting for? Let's get started.
Are you one of those people who wants to get that beach body look? Are you looking to look ripped for the beach or for a photo shoot? If you are that person, this video is for you.
Everyone wants to look ripped, so I'm going to show you how exactly you can look ripped. While this won't give you a big change, like you won't be able to reduce 10% body fat and add 5 pounds of muscle, something like that. Don't expect anything of that sort. But what you could do is, whatever definition you have, you can show that muscle definition to the fullest and look ripped by removing water retention. So these hacks will be ideal before a photo shoot. Perhaps you can start around 1 week before, which would give you good time to set up what you need. 1 week would give you ample time to look your best for a photo shoot. So especially if you're a fitness model and you want to pose shirtless, you don't want any blurring, you don't want your muscle definition to be not shown to the fullest. So I will be giving you tips for that, so that you look your best. Okay, so first of all, I want you to know that many of the tips I'm giving you in this video is not for everyone. Okay, it's not for everyone, and for each individual, these techniques will be different. It depends on your genetics, how much water you hold, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, all those things, how you want to look for a photo shoot, all these things matter. So I like to look somewhat like this, maybe a bit more ripped. If you cut a bit of water, you look ripped, a bit more lift. So I'll have a better muscle definition. Right now I'm around 8% body fat, and I'm not focusing on looks too much. My training revolves more around physical performance, so I'm focusing on power and strength. But when a photo shoot arrives, of course you want to look good, because in photos you don't see how strong you are, it's not evident, you just see how good you look. So yeah, when it comes to cutting water and drinking water, there are a lot of complications. So some people just avoid water totally. So this is not what you want to do. You want to start with a proper plan, 7 weeks, which I'll be talking about. The idea is to make sure that you have not too much water in between your muscles and your skin. That will blur any kind of definition. Like now I'm not doing any water cutting. I'm having around 5.5 liters of water, so I'm not as ripped as I want to look for a photo shoot. But at the same time, when you cut water, you want to also make sure that your water, I mean your muscles are filled with water. So otherwise you'll just look depleted. So the idea is to have less water between your skin and your muscles, and water in your muscles. So you have to plan that systematically in order to get results to the fullest. One of the best things you can do before a photo shoot is get some light pump. You don't want to strain your muscles too much. You just want to make sure that your muscles get blood flow, get pumped. So what you want to note is you want to hit the key muscles. You don't want to waste time on small muscle groups. You want to hit muscles that get a good pump, like the chest muscles, the shoulders. So do a few lateral raises, the back muscles, do a few chin-ups if you can, or some rows. Okay, this would help you get pumped. Some shoulder presses are also helpful. Okay, bicep curls, these muscles get a lot of pump. So what happens is, uh, by redirecting blood into your muscles, you get a good pump. So before your shoot you look fuller. So this is something that you can do. And avoid targeting abs and legs and all, because this deplete your glycogen and you won't get a good pump. And if you're hitting your abs before a photo shoot, it's a common mistake a lot of people make. You won't be able to pose. See, hitting the abs doesn't get a great pump like the shoulders or the chest or the biceps. Okay, so keep that in mind and don't forget to hit a pump. Don't hit the pump very early. Don't hit weights right before, I mean, around way earlier, like around half an hour or even 20 minutes is too early. Like aim for somewhere right before the show, maybe maximum 10 minutes before. Okay, So hope this helps. Grind hard. Okay, another important thing before a shoot is you want to get the tan right. So using some oil could get that lighting effect to the fullest. So don't forget to use some oil. You see that extra shine the muscles get, it gets highlighted in front of the camera. So it's a useful tip that you can use. Okay, so before the photo shoot, if you want to look a bit more dry, you can opt for a lot of diuretic options. For example, coffee, black coffee without any sugar or anything is helpful because it will dehydrate your body of any little water that's there right before a shoot. Some people use alcohol. I'm not a big fan of alcohol. I don't want to drink alcohol, so I'm avoiding that. It's also dehydrating. And there are people who, for the pump, they eat Lays, sweet potato. All these foods are helpful in getting a good pump. Okay, and don't forget to pee before your photo shoot, so you lose whatever little water you have, getting your muscle definition to the fullest right before a photo shoot. Okay. Other great options are red wine, which again I'm not a fan of, then plum cake. So, but whatever you do, make sure you don't have something with a lot of salt because sodium holds water. That's not what we want. Okay. So, in a photo shoot, depending on what all you want to look, like what all muscles you want to highlight, you want to make sure that the muscles that you highlight look the best. Most people tend to take care of the beach body muscles because that's what's highlighted. If it's a modern type of photo shoot or something, if you're going to the beach, something like your chest, those are the muscles that most people notice the most, especially the girls, and all the biceps, the shoulders, the chest muscle, abs, all these muscles. And of course, I won't deny that the back and the quads and all are not, glutes, every other muscle is not attractive. Of course, it's attractive. I just put in a few names for now, like the common beach muscles. Of course, see the chest. These are the muscles that most people tend to notice the first. Okay.
Hold on, I have a solution.
When it comes to what you eat, generally you want to be a person who's eating healthy throughout the year. You're gonna have some kind of a balanced diet that fits your goal and your routine and your body type. Balanced macros, what do I say? Quality protein sources, healthy fats, and whole grains. Good sources of carbohydrates, mostly complex, also simple. Carbs are also useful after workout and at certain times, depending on who you are. And fiber intake, vitamins, minerals, all those things. Hope all those are in check. And if you are somewhere between 10 to 15% of body fat and you have some decent muscle, then you're already good. You're already good. So remember, the diet over here is not going to be completely a healthy diet, but it's ideal for right before a shoot or something like that. So what you want to do is, if you're a person who's tracking your food, immediately when you know there's a shoot, like 1 week before, what you can do is you can half your carbs. This is not for everyone. This is for people who want to deplete their glycogen and look full at the end. So what you can do is you can half your carbs. So for example, if you're someone who's having around 250 grams of carbs a day, what you can do is have around 125 grams of carbs, okay, approximately. And what you can do is continue this till the last 2 days. And when it comes to the last 2 days, what you want to do is you want to suddenly reduce it even more just before the last 2 days, and then for the last 2 days you want to start slowly increasing it again. So what happens is your glycogen is depleted and now you are again refueling your body. So what happens is the muscles suddenly look more pumped and fuller. So this works for a lot of you. It may not work for everyone. At the same time, if you're holding a lot of water, maybe this may not be a great idea. Okay, so maybe this may not be a great idea. So this is just a small hack. And before the shoot, anytime before the shoot, the last day, you want to avoid fiber, not like the other uh, hold around the year. Okay, so before the shoot, you want to avoid fiber because it will just hold water and salt. So what you want to do is about the water intake and all. I'll come to that in the water intake. That will be better. I'll mention those things in the next video.
Hey, pani, pani, pani.
So when it comes to water intake, I'm assuming you're a person who's following a decent healthy lifestyle and you're having adequate water for your body weight and your activity level. So if that person is you, so I'll just give you an average. I'm not going to waste time too much. I'm assuming you're someone who's having around 4 liters of water a day. For just an assumption, nothing else. So what you want to do is you want to slowly reduce your water intake the last week. Okay, slowly you keep reducing it, and what you want to do is the last day, the second last day of your shoot, you want to maybe cut it half, so just 2 liters of water. And the day before the shoot, I mean the last day of the shoot, imagine your shoot is in the evening, maybe even less. So if you're having 2 liters of water, maybe barely lesser than 1 liter. So there are people who take this to the extreme levels, like bodybuilders and all. They have hardly anything. So whenever they are thirsty, they just sit just to wet the wet the mouth a bit. And yeah, this will obviously, it's not healthy, it's not advisable. This is just for you to look your best. Of course you will be dehydrated, of course it's not healthy, but it will help you remove the excess water that's blurring your definition. So maybe this might help you.
Come on, this gotta be the main stuff.
Regarding workout, I'll talk about the pump and all those things later. So regarding before the last 2 days, what you want to do, you want to maybe have a lighter sessions. So you don't want to strain too much, because if you have sore muscles, you are not going to be able to pose as you want. For example, if I have sore abs, you're not able to flex your abs well, so it won't be as visible as you want. So maybe you can avoid heavy exercises, and maybe you can go for high volume, which is what many professionals do. So this helps you deplete your glycogen. This is ideal before 2 days, not for the last 2 days before that. And the last 2 days you do some very light exercise just to get the pump. So the before 2 days, maybe a full body workout might be helpful to completely deplete your glycogen stores. A high volume full body workout is ideal, maybe 2 days before the shoot. And then last 2 days keep it very light. And the last, some people take rest days. I think that's a great idea. If you can take a rest day, it's great. And right before the shoot, go for the pump. So I didn't mention about the salt. So generally you want to have a decent amount of sodium and potassium in your diet, but in the last week, of course, you want to reduce the sodium intake, and for the last 2 days you maybe want to completely avoid sodium. Keep it to bare minimum. Depends on what level you're gonna perform. For bodybuilders, they might take it to the extreme. If you're just looking to maybe just cut a bit of water, then yeah, you just have to reduce your sodium intake a lot. Avoid salty foods and all those stuff. Okay, whatever you eat, you can have simple carbs. So this is when simple carbs come useful. The last 2 days, so maybe the last day. So what happens is your muscles are depleted because you're having just half a gram of carbs or less. So when you have extra carbs at the end, you want simple carbs, suddenly what happens is your glycogen again goes up, and then your muscles feel more pumped. So avoid fiber, healthy fats at that time. This is just slow down digestion. Sodium also you can avoid, and potassium is helpful. Potassium is helpful to flush out any excess water. So this is some things that you can note. Hope this was helpful for you. I'm guessing I've covered enough details. I have not prepared really well for the video. I'm just sharing my experience and my knowledge about the subject live. This is my first, first cut itself. I'm not retaken the video or anything. I'm just going with the flow. But hope this was helpful, and I've covered most of the topics. If I've missed something, do mention them. Of course, I know this video has a lot of limitations, and this video is not absolutely complete for every type of person, but this will give you a great base for whatever you're looking forward to. Like, is it a beach shoot or whatever, I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know if any movie star is going to watch this. If you want to work for some movie like Gajini, bug milka bug, of course you want to look ripped. So this might help. Well, I know this video is incomplete, but please forgive me for the flaws. And if you have any suggestions, do drop it in the comment section. So maybe I can add that next time I do a video and start slowly try and improve whatever flaws I have. So thank you and take care.